Hey guys, Todd here. How you doing today? Listen, I wanted to go over a little bit with you, a quick investing tip. Sharing my screen here. Little real estate flipping slash investment. Number one, listen, don't be shy. Listen, if you're not going to be proactive, I'm sharing my screen. Actually, you're not seeing my screen, but if you're not going to be proactive, you're not going to move forward in this amazing journey to real estate. You owe it to yourself. Just this is fun. This is not work. Let's get involved. Let's learn. And part of learning is getting out there, talking to clients, customers, talking to the public, whatever the case may be. So anyway, get out there. Stop being shy. Remember, reach out and touch somebody. If you're home, make phone calls from home. Listen, you can go to Zillow, Trulia, or Realtor.com. These public databases, they have, if you're not licensed, or if you are licensed, they have fuzzbos for sale by owners. Give them a call. Introduce yourself. Excuse me. Tell them you want to work them and see if you could help them out with their property. And then you're going to get me on the phone with them, and we'll see if we could get something done. All right, what I wanted to go over today quickly, investing is different today than it was even a year and a half ago. You're not going to find a lot of cheap deals, meaning we used to buy stuff for 400, 500,000. I'm talking about a two-family home. Very tough. We're talking two families right at this moment here. Very tough to find a two-family home at the value you might be looking at or looking for. So at 500,000. Now, with a larger two-family, and let me show. I'm gonna show you how to. If you have MLS, I'm gonna show you how agents go on their MLS. I'm going to do a little search and show you the difference between a large two-family and a smaller two-family. So watch closely here. This is our MLS here. Let me click it on. Let's see what happens here. Hopefully everything's going to work. Okay, let's see what we got. It's logging in. All right, so this is our front page. You get some little messages here, some training and tech and this and that. I'm going to close that up. All right, we're going to go to search up here in the top hand corner. They have a quick search down below. I don't really like that quick search. Let's go to new search. How about that? Go to new search. Let's do a new search. That's like a little quick app search. I don't really use those. I want to do a full search, full body scan. All right, if you look on the left here, you got residential, condo, rental, land, commercial. Obviously, if you're looking for a rental, you're going to do something different here, condo, co-op, whatever you're looking for. We're going to go 1 to 4 family is residential. Guys, if you're doing a comp, look where my cursor is right here. You're going to click unavailable. And underneath there, it says archives. You could do archive too. So when you're doing a comparable, a CMA, comparative market analysis, you want to have available, unavailable, public, private, include archive listings, and you want to do this for about a year back. This way you just have a lot of data. The more data you have, the more information at your fingertips, the better decision you can make. If you're only doing 3 months, you're not going to have all the data. And sometimes that supporting data, although it can't be used on an appraisal, some of it, it's still supporting data. All right, anyway, let's click continue. Once we click, it's a residential. I only want to see available at this point. Okay, let this load up. My nice little slow computer. Now, instead of clicking on each individual property, what I do is let me give you an example. Let's say you want Jamaica. I do a lot of work in Jamaica. Well, let's say Jamaica. You punch in Jamaica there, boom, and you could do just Jamaica. I like to do it, and you see that count up top. There's a count I'm pointing to, but it says 304. That's some of the 304 listings over the past however much time. May or may not be active or current or pending. Anyway, I'm going to click out of that. We're going to go Queens. This way, we're going to go Queens. This way, it's borough wide. Obviously, if someone wants just Jamaica, you could do just Jamaica. Price point. Don't leave this blank, because if you get stuff that's not, guys, again, you're going to find misinformation on the internet, including short sales and stuff like that. That's not available. Let's go 650, and then we're going to punch in 1200. So put 1.2 million. All right, so now we're going to scroll down a little bit more. How many family we're looking for? Let's go at least 4 bedrooms. Family, 2 bedrooms. I want you to scroll down here. You put too much information, it's not good neither, because then it's gonna limit data, and you're gonna limit the data. The more vague, the better. If you're just looking for information, I'm gonna go back here February to February 1st. Let's do that, guys, just so we have something to work with here. 209. That's an awful lot of properties, so we don't want to go that many, guys. I'm just trying to do this for you, so you guys could have just a little snapshot here. Okay, 99. Good number there. And you could add certain things to this, more bedrooms and stuff like that, but you're going to limit what you're getting. I'll go to page size. See the page size? This is 25. Click all. Because if you send an email, I like to send an email, so now I can look at it. Instead of clicking on each one individual, it's a little sloppy. I'll click the checkbox up there, right? I'll click every single one, and then put this particular one, and you're going to send it I'm going to send this actually to an agent. Let's use Jalen, for example. I know I'm always picking on her. Jalen at Todd Elliott. So you punch in whatever your client's email is, okay? And then in here now, and the reason, and in here you're gonna put let's just say to in the message you could to family practice Jalen. Okay, and you can make a message in here. Now, next thing, very important, guys. You're going to scroll down here. See, it says client full. When you're sending it to a client, you're going to send it client full. You see, you have all these options here. Broker full if you just want to send it to somebody, but it gives a lot of detailed information that typically the clients don't get. If you're a broker, you're in business, you're an agent, you're in business, you don't send them the phone number for the listing agent. Some of that or certain stuff in there is not. It's really not. It's not required, or it's not even professional to send to them. Send them client full. Okay, just leave it at that. Client full, right there. Okay, they're going to get all the good information, everything they need, actually. Include photo gallery, 99 things here. Hold on a second. And then you're going to click send. Okay, and you automatically get a copy of it sent to your email, obviously, if you're part of the MLS. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my email. See, there it is. Now I'm going to click on it. Okay. And this is the email that they sent. The following was sent. Okay. You're going to click on that. I don't want to reply. I want to open. Oh, there you go. View details. That's how it looks when it goes to a client. Okay. You click on the view details, and you can send it to yourself. No problem. So I like to send it to myself. This way I have it. It's there. I could go back to my email. It has pictures, everything. You see that nice little markup. I played tennis. See how rough I am? I'm running full speed into the fence. I'm a beast. I don't know if that's good or bad. Anyway, if you look here now, okay, so there's 100 properties here, guys. I want to show you something real quick. And it goes in alphabetical order by the area. I put all the Queens. There's a little map. So let's say, for example, with the map, you wanted to look only in let's just say you want to look Richmond Hill. Go to the number. You can see the map here. Number 65. So you know you want to get to 65, 769. That's a good price, by the way, for a two-family over there. For an end-use buyer, that's a good deal. All right. That's a beast there. You see, guys, what I'm talking about here. 1.1 million is that selling price, which was my next thing I wanted to tell you guys about. Prices are up now. Telling you, things are not cheap today. But what I wanted to tell you was, let's click on. Let me click on that here. Where'd it go? Sorry. Let me click on this one here. Number 70. All right. The reason why I'm clicking on this, guys, is so you could see. Where'd it go? All right. Well, that didn't work out too good, but we'll just scroll through it anyway. All right. I want you to look at this home, guys. You see this house here? Can you see that picture? That house looks like that's actually a decent sized house. But many times houses of that nature, for example, this house here, look at that house. Most likely, this was originally a one-family home. People converted it to a two-family. It's not a very big home, so you're going to have a 2 over 2. To me, that price is very accurate. $925, that's a good area. They could probably even go $950 there, possibly. All right. Okay, you see this property here, guys, on 97th Avenue. Are you looking? I'm hoping you could see this. I'll double check the video when I'm done. That property, that's a one-family home. They converted it to a two-family, most likely, because they wanted rental income. Most often, you're not going to get a formal dining room. It's just not big square footage-wise. It's just not a big home. Comparable. This one looks like it has fairly decent size, frankly, because it has 3 levels and a basement. So this one's kind of in between there, a little bit a better size than some of the other formerly one-family homes. All right, now look at this home here. Do you see that, guys? 127th Street. That's a legit. It says 3-family here, and it looks like a 3-family, but that could be a legit 2-family. That's a big size home. Okay, every floor, it's wide. It's long. And that typically will have a formal dining room. Sometimes they will have a dining room, a living room, also a combination, open concept, very common too. But those are bigger type properties. They're very often 3 over 3, so 3 bedrooms. This here, okay. Let's skip that one. Just trying to give you an idea here what we're looking at. You can scroll through these. You get good information. All right, look at this room here. This house there. I mean, on the face value, this does not look like a big home. That's a one-family home to me. But listen, again, people will chop it up, and this is the bit, when you have, listen, I don't blame people, believe me. You get more value. If I had a one-family, I'd want to turn it into a two-family also. It adds more value, about $150,000 to $200,000 more value, and you have rental income. Renting things are tough today as far as getting a good tenant. That's a whole other thing, or getting them out when you need. Again, there's another one. That's a one-family home to me. But because it's in a very good area, I guess my point, the moral of the story here, guys, is that properties are selling for high dollar. So as an investor, you could pay a little bit more. So here's what we're looking at. The property we just looked at, the bigger ones, they'll go for about 1.1, even a little bit more. Based upon square footage, and the big one. If you look at this home right here on 107, that's a one-family home. They converted it into a two-family home, but look at it. That's a one-family home. These type of properties will go for $900 renovated, typically around nine and change renovated, in very good condition. In good condition, it'll go for $900,000. Renovated maybe a tad more, depending upon area. Richmond Hill has a little bit more value than Jamaica as far as dollar point wise, but very close. So, what does that mean? So basically, let me see if you can see my screen here. Here's what we're saying. I'm hoping you can see my screen. I'll double check in a second. I wrote some notes here, guys. The values are different today than even last year. A renovated home with good square footage is going from $1.125 million. A smaller two-family home, those smaller ones I showed you that were originally one-family homes, they're going for around $900. Do a MLS property search. I just did that with you. You could use the public databases also. because sometimes they have information that are not listed. That happens um, more often. It happens often. There's more value when you see a property that's a large two family for 700, could be a good deal. So I just want you to understand that the smaller two families, like the one I just showed you, that was originally a one family, it looks like a one family home. That you want to pick them up as an investor for 600, roughly. If it needs no work, that can be massaged a little bit. Here's the math. Here's a little math chart here for guys to look at. A $700,000 property. You're on the purchase. You're paying 6% closing cost in. That could be a little high, but let's just use that number: 6% closing cost in. Whether mortgage tax, assuming that you're getting some sort of financing, whether even with hard money, a lot of times there is a mortgage there, so it really depends on who's the closing agent on that. You have some costs going in on the purchase and title insurance and all that stuff. Then you have 5% miscellaneous. So once you own the property, by the way, some of the 6% closing costs, those will also points that you're paying up front. Typically, if you are using hard money, you're paying 2 points. So that would be 2 percentage points. So total all in, 6% closing costs, you're fine. Anyway, when you have it, you have 5%. This is general. I'm being very general here, guys, just to give you guys some sort of very basic general formula. 5% miscellaneous and holding costs. So you have insurance and other type of stuff you have to do. You might have to have security or someone watching the house. Then and inclusive of holding costs. So typically you have to figure 6 months to hold the property. There's a cost for that. So that's all included, 5% there roughly. And then when you sell the home, there's 6% in out closing costs. You have a real estate fee, you have transfer tax. We just went 6%. Can you get it done for 5%? It's quite possible. All right, so 700,000, that's 6%. Closing cost in is 42,000. Miscellaneous and holding cost, that's 35,000. Then we had the 50,000 in rehab. I'm just putting a number here so you guys have something to work with. Then you had 6% out at 1.1 million. If you're getting the bigger property, that's 66,000 in closing cost on the sale. Again, it could be less. I'm just giving you some numbers to go by. You have real estate fees there. You have transfer tax. Transfer tax is almost 2%. Real estate fees 3 or 4%. I'm just this way you're covered. All right. So you're looking at 193,000 in cost. Plus the 700,000 in purchase price at 893. You're selling it for 1.1. There you go. There's money here. So you could buy a two-family property. The larger ones, you have to comp these well and understand what you're doing. For 700,000, the smaller ones, you're looking at around 600,000, 580 to 600. All right, guys, that's kind of what we're looking at. Nothing crazy here. Just wanted to go over a few little pointers with you here. Listen. Get out there, reach out and touch someone, get out there and learn and grow. Okay. You're not going to grow if you're just sitting and doing nothing. I want you to grow. There's a lot of opportunities for you to grow mentally, emotionally, financially. That's what we're doing here. All right, guys, that's what we're looking at. And I will see you at the closing.